Hey there, everybody. My name is Angelina. I am a Christian. I am a mother. I am a realtor, a small business owner. I am a mentor. I am a whole lot of things. But one of the most important things I am is an encourager to not only my family, but to people. I started this channel under the premise that I would be helping people to be set free from the bondage that is abuse, from the bondage that goes on every day that sometimes you don't even know is taking place in your life because you're accepting the lies. And so we're going to break some myths and we're going to bring out some facts because facts are facts and truth is truth. And so the Bible says that the truth will set you free. And I am here to just give you some truth. So I'm hoping that by you watching this, you will come to know that A, there is a God who loves you. You are important and you are valuable. So I'm going to start out by introducing myself, telling you who I was, telling you who I am, and giving you some words of encouragement while going through a little bit of my story. So I am single parenting 8 children, 7 of which are still home with me. I have been a single parent for 7 years. It is one of the most amazing things in the whole world, but one of the most challenging things because it takes you through a place where you can only do it with the help of God and you come to know who He is, and that is super important. But it has challenged me to become better. It has helped me to see beyond the box that we place God in because He is so much bigger and so much better than we could ever possibly conceive. But we put Him in this box and we just assume that the only things He is capable of doing are what we can imagine, and that's just not true. So at the age of 18, I got into a car accident, formed a trauma bond with a gentleman who was in the car, and I knew this was not the person I wanted to be with. There was nothing about him that was attractive to me. Not on a personal level, not at a heart level. It's just not the person I wanted to spend my life with. And I am just a super faithful person at heart. And so I'll stay in a relationship because I believe that we're supposed to, follow through with things. And so almost immediately we get pregnant with our daughter, our oldest daughter. And at that point, when he realized that I was stuck because of who I am, the abuse started. The physical abuse, the mental abuse, the psychological abuse, the emotional abuse. And I would say that the emotional abuse was probably the worst. At 4 months pregnant, he hog-ties me with an extension cord, and then he calls the cops, acting like the victim. And it became a situation where we separated for a little bit of time, but I was always go back. And the truth is I always went back because he reminded me a lot of my father. My father had a lot of narcissistic tendencies. This guy had a lot of narcissistic tendencies. I had no idea what that was. I didn't even know what a narcissist was, or really that this was even, I thought it was normal. So the abuse was just a part of life, I guess. So fast forward 14 years, I'm 32, and I'm pregnant with our 8th baby. And I'm laying in bed at night thinking, how can I kill myself and my kids won't find me in the morning? I honestly just didn't have the strength to go on anymore. I thought God had forgotten about me. He had given me all these promises, but they seemed so far away. And so as, he's coming in at night and taking his day out on me, it was too much, honestly, for one person. And all I could do was refer back to my relationship with God, the voice He taught me in prayer. And so I end up leaving one day in November thinking, I'll leave and it'll get better and I'll go back. And that wasn't God's plan. So I have my son, Judah, who is my 8th baby, and I come into real estate. And when I tell you that God is the same today as He was in the Old Testament, as He was in the New Testament, He is a water walker. He is a waymaker. He parts seas for His people. Mountains will crumble because He is glorious. I tell you that I've seen it. I've seen seas part for me. He has put me in a company that is amazing. He has given me, he took me from, I had nothing. I started over when I left. My ex-husband locked me out of everything. The accounts, the house, wouldn't even give the kids stuff. So we had nothing. I had $300, I think, enough to get a real estate class started. And he's taken me from that to being the top 14% of the realtors in the area I'm at. It's phenomenal, but I can tell you it came through obedience and being sensitive to his voice and just listening when he speaks. And so I look at the miracles I've seen, and I know that God intended my life just to be a light in the darkness for you people, for every person watching this who thinks that there is a situation so big that God has forgotten about them, that they can't get out. But that's not true. God is glorious and he sees you, and there is hope, and you have value that people cannot determine for you. He would have died for just you on that cross if you were the only sinner in this world. And I think this world takes away our value. We allow people to label us, to tell us that we have to earn it. We don't have to earn love. God died when we were sinners because he loved us when we were broken. And that is something I didn't realize until last year. 14 years as a Christian, and I had no idea that the God I served loved me just because he loved me, not because I had to earn it. I don't have to perform. I don't have to be perfect. I can just be me. I can be Angelina. Flawed, passionate Angelina. And God still loves me. And so I say to you that you're listening today and you're in a situation where whomever it is telling you that you're not worth it, you're not valuable, it's not okay. Not in a sense of you deserve better, but you are better. So today, when I left my ex-husband at 32, I had no idea who I was. I had no confidence. I had no value. I had no self-worth. I didn't know anything except that the God I serve is big enough to do anything he wants. And so I began to ask him to move on my behalf, and he began to move. And I asked him to put me in places that would assist other people with coming to know him. And he's done that. And I'll tell you, 8 kids. I've seen success in business. I've seen success in my home. I've come to know him so intimately that nobody can tell me I don't know his voice. So if you have things going on in your life, it's gonna get better. This is a channel set to inspire you to seek him, seek his face, seek his freedom, because he has it for you. If you're listening to this, he wants you to be free. So I encourage you to please reach out to me if you need encouragement, if you want a word, if you want to know anything about me. I'm happy to tell you. Look out for the next video. Hopefully we'll chat. Take care.